Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hi, hello, how are my wonderfuls, my beauties, my royalty? Oh, okay. This is going to be another dating nightmare with a splash of maybe some political. Probably going to be another series. Yes, I'm mixing it up again. Not going in any order, but yeah, my channel is as messy as my life, and it is an absolute catastrophe right now. Some of it is in a great and amazing way. Yeah, that's kind of an oxymoron. A beautiful catastrophe. Hmm, hmm. But, okay, I'm going to be talking about this one video that I saw, which, yeah, listen, watch it. Let's just say I've been through it so many times, and I kind of enjoy it though. That moment, like, I've realized so many men, and okay, well, first I'm going to say, hello, hi, handicapable black woman. I've been through a lot in life, being undiagnosed, being called a liar, and everything like that. And to the point where so-called friends thought, or they still think I'm lying. It's like, it's funny. I still haven't told anybody other than my closest friends, which there's maybe only 4 or 5. Yeah, only 4 or 5 people on my Facebook page now. Some of my family members still like they, yeah, let's just say that's complicated. But anyway, it's like, and it kind of has to do with this episode. So, yeah, stay in the game, stay in the game. But I realize that some of the people, especially men, yeah, they like exes, they don't know. So called male friends who said that I would only be of use to them if I slept with them. Yeah. Oh, and then some of them, they're not friends with me or whatever, but then they still try to look me up and track me down. Oh, just like Rebecca still, yeah. Yeah, I'm petty. Oh, if you don't know about her, go back a couple weeks or a few weeks. Yeah, because I have a real life recent bully right now. It's crazy. It's crazy, but I'm petty. And yeah, it's like, if she wants to be a nightmare, she hasn't met me yet. So anyway, a lot of people didn't believe me with my undiagnosed disability. The doctors, so-called friends, so-called mentors, but basically backstabbing, no good, like just deceiving, despicable people who, I mean, they all just favored and believed my perfect sister. And who wouldn't? Because she's perfect. But at the same time, it's just, I was going through so much trauma and mental ABUSC, and just like, you don't know how much trauma it was. But all of that, I think, was to prepare me for the absolute terrible dating experiences that I had. And part of it I realized was a lot of men love the drama. A lot of men love drama, and a lot of men only want to date women who they can suffer through, because they want to brag about the suffering, and or they want to brag about making her suffer, because Mr. Lockakey, and oh, just like, I was debating if I was gonna blur her name, but Mr. Lockakey's wife, baby mama and everything, yeah, I found some of her screenshots. And the thing is, like, while reading them, I'm like, a lot of these women are such idiots. And, like, a lot of these men lie. But then also the women want the fairy tale, like, oh, well, he'll be good to me. He'll be good for me. And the thing is, I didn't play with that at all. if you've been listening to the episodes, you already know what I've been through, what I tolerated, but at the same time, how I was going to break up with Mr. No Heart so many times, but his neighbors, his family members, his best friend, like, well, his best friend was just like, well, yeah, it's like he's a good dude. He'll learn, but he's never gonna marry you. But it's like, it's like you're really good for him. Like everyone kept saying I was good for him, but he was absolutely terrible for me. And back to Mr. Lakaki, he blackmailed me and traumatized me and verbally and borderline physically, like, because he didn't, well, there was only two times where he touched, like, because I ended up with a slight bruise on my arm because I was going to leave because I was tired of him. And I remember when he grabbed my arm so tight that I did have a slight bruise. And I tried to forget that day, but it's like I remember it, but and that reminds me of even like Lady Gaga. She was doing a talk at an interview about when she was harmed, um, and especially as a woman, it's like you're trying to live your life. You're trying to get that out of your mind. You're trying to forget it. You don't want to think about it on a daily basis. The things that a lot of my exes put me through, I I want and need to forget, but now I'm writing my books. So I'm putting like some of the trauma, some of the things that they did, I'm putting it in my books. And so I feel like at least this is a way where I can release the horrifying moments in my life. But at the same time, when I was going to college and I went to my boss at the tutoring center telling her about the emotional ABUSC that I was going through at home, and she brushed me off. Going to the academic or the, oh, I'm starting to forget, well, at least I'm doing a good job with forgetting some of the office names. But I used to give tours at the university, and all of my bosses, or all of the like supervisors, or the even the counselors, the academic counselors, they didn't believe me. No one believed me because it wasn't happening to my sister. No one believed, and everyone favored her. Everyone adored her. Everyone would tell her what I was saying, and then she would go to my mother. Yeah, so let's just say I've been through a lot of the trauma. And if you don't believe me while I talk, I have the evidence on Patreon. Like the screenshots of how so many men, they want the trauma. They want the woman to feel pain. They want the woman to feel jealous. If you've been listening to my over 700 episodes, you will know with Mr. No Heart, like when we first met, like he was trying to, like, he was so upset and frustrated, livid, pissed off to the highest. Oh yeah, get your scorching hot petty tea, and if you like it cold, ice cold, hold the ice, put it in the freezer, but yeah, make sure you have your petty tea, sorry. But with Mr. No Heart, when we first met, yeah, he said he didn't want to be a couple. He didn't, he we met on Plenty of Fish or whatever, but he said he wasn't ready to date, even though he was dating or whatever. But it's like, since we both love anime, we were both dealing with really hard times in our lives and everything like that. It's like he was like, you know what, let's be friends because you're really cool and I actually want to get to know you. And it's like it was giving me hints on the type of women he want. Like he just wanted to smash, and I was like, whatever. Okay, yeah, friends, cool. And so it was like, we're dating other people, cool. And so he would like on purpose. If you've been listening, you already know how he would tell me, "Oh, I have a date tomorrow," or "I just had a date last weekend," and "Oh yeah, we smashed," or "Oh yeah," it's like I like you already know about him bending over a woman in the back of his truck, the Asian girl, and then there was oh yeah, oh there was a white woman. I want to say red hat, like she's like something about her hair, but he got to he was bragging about 3 or 4 times or whatever, exhausted her, made her pass out. Oh wait, yeah, blah blah blah. And but anyway, like I mean, he was telling me about all like the one night stands he was having and stuff, and I'm like, okay, yeah, cool. He was so upset that I wasn't jealous. He was so upset, like there are many men in my life that later on, because a lot of men like they get mad when I'm just like, okay, yeah, you're just trying to get me jealous. I'm done. Goodbye. I'm done. Like I'm not gonna be bothered. Just like the woman in this video. When a woman doesn't want to be bothered, when she wants to be unbothered, like we we have lives. So many men want them to be our entire life. And normally that's Republican men because they just want the woman to stay home and it's like let him, oh, he's gonna travel and go out with his boys and like see other women and do all these other things and have fun and experiences. And he want like there's some men who like they want a woman to check his phone. They want a woman to be like, what is he looking at? What is he doing? What is like, and I like, other than like sometimes like with Mr. No Heart, it was funny. It's like he would show me stuff on his Reddit or whatever, and some of it was very like I'm just like, okay, good for you. I'm glad you found that. Yep. And but yeah, so many of these men they try to get us angry and jealous, and it's like why are you that stupid? Why would you want to live your life in jealousy? Why are you excited and happy? Or why do you think you deserve an award for frustrating a woman or making a woman feel devalued or not special? It's like if that's what you think a relationship is, no wonder divorce is that. No wonder so many women file for divorce. And see, this is why it's like I mentioned there was this one goofball that I saw a few weeks ago, and yeah, I referenced him in one of the last videos, but this goof was just like, when you marry, you're supposed to stick together. You're supposed to do this. You're supposed to be like, no, 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 no. Some of these men literally only marry women that they hate for them to suffer. Like Mr. No Heart only dated me because he wanted me to suffer. It's like if you've been listening, you know, like because I've been piecing the puzzle together over the years because it was a 7 year relationship and so many things that did not make sense because he said he did not want to be my white knight and he wasn't going to be. But then he always wanted me to be his white knight. He always wanted me to save the day for him. Always had to have money and I always had to have resources. And he always like maybe needed my car or my access or my body or whatever. Like he always needed me. And I had to like, and oh, I think that's one thing that he hated. I wasn't gonna jump when he said jump though. Like if I wanted to do something, like go to his oldest daughter's band concerts, I wanted to show her that I was there for her. I want to show her support. I want to show her that I'm not your mother, but I'm your cheerleader. I'm not your mother, but I want you to know that you have a team. even though your mother called you ugly, called you the B word, called you like, yeah, because, oh, I know she'll probably never listen to this episode, but like, people don't know what honorary stepmothers go through, or girlfriends who had, like, where the man has kids. Like, because men always want to complain when the woman has kids, but if he has kids, they want the woman just to deal with it. Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be a series right here because I have so much to talk about with this subject. But it's just with his ex wife, like, she always wanted to pick at me and try to, like, I remember when she was even trying to accuse me of lying about my education. And, but my ex, Mr. No Heart, liked that because he wanted me to be frustrated. He wanted to make me livid. And especially being black, because he was like, well, my mom did say, if you've been listening, you already know too, like what she said on the first night that I met her. And so he didn't realize I was like, well, if I am, well, job, like when jobs ask me for transcripts, when jobs ask me for to verify, when they check my records, if they call the schools, it's like, but yeah, it's like that's for the jobs to care about. Like, if you think I'm lying, I don't really care. I've got the transcripts, I've got the diplomas. And I'll never forget the one weekend where I brought one of my diplomas and I only showed his daughter. And I just remember that night, it's like we were kind of laughing and talking. And she asked me about college and asked me about some of the things that I learned and things that I still carry on, and like just things about it. And she was even saying how a lot of her family members are saying they don't think she'll finish and they're putting her down. Like her mom reminds me a little bit of, because my mom did it so much more. Yeah, because of the walking and everything like that. But sh mm, his oldest daughter needed the pick me up that I wish I did. I treated his oldest daughter the way that I wish I was treated. And I'll never forget the day where it's like, this was like, I think almost a year later after I showed her the diploma. But she said that she wanted to go to college, and she said she wanted to go to Oakland University because that's where I went. And she said that she wanted to go because I had like I encouraged her, and like while she was working on her homework or like anything like that, I would help her, or I would help her with whatever I could, like even with resources. I would be like I would be on Bing, like, oh, look at this article, and or oh, try these keywords, and like, and I would show her how to look up other keywords and things, and like little tidbits and stuff, or different ideas. And but yeah, she said that and it was just crazy because I remember my ex was so pissed. Like, it was past livid, he was at the pissed level. And he was just like, so she wants to be like you, so she wants to go to college, huh? I'm like, oh, what's the problem? Why are you so bothered? Yeah, he didn't. And I don't know if she did or I broke up with him during her senior year. So I'll never know if she did go to college. And I mean, she didn't have to go to like Oakland University. Like, I would be happy if she just went anywhere, and or even if she got a trader certification and things like that to help her further her life and career. I'd be so proud of her. But I don't know, it was just at every corner of my life, especially with Mr. Lockakey and Mr. No Heart, they tried to hinder me because even with Mr. Lockakey, I was working on my second master's and he was trying his best to bother me. He was trying his best to stop me. He was threatening to punch holes in the wall if I continued with a test. I was in the middle of a test. And he would punt, like, threaten to punt, like, he was like, oh, boom, oh, like, just, it was so stupid. And part of me, I would be like, you can't even hold a job. And you keep trying to tell me you want to marry me. You even have some kind of wedding envelope, but then you always take the money out so you can buy your special candy. Then you yell at me. You're mad at me because I'm not dumb enough to put money in that envelope. But the only reason you want to marry me is so you can use me, use the money, use my, like, everything that I've worked for, because you never brought anything to the table other than threats, other than ABUSC, other than you stealing from me, other than you telling me that you would leave your middle school sweetheart for me. And then he did just that. And then his middle school sweetheart was so stupid and dumb. Like, she's so dumb. Okay, I don't like saying that about people, but like when she kept calling me the N word, that's when I can say anything. Like, I don't have to be nice. Like, and that's one reason, even with my current bully, when she called me out my name, when she called me an SPED and called me like obese special ed and everything like that, oh, I could say anything I want about her. Okay. Okay. It's like so many people only want to be associated with you to bother you. They only want to be close to you to stop you and to stall you. Don't let them do that. Because Mr. Lockakey threatened me to be with me. But then he kept wanting to hurt me. Remember the Olive Garden, the breadstick episode? That was like 2 years ago. Remember that? Go back. Go back. Look that episode up. This was like 2 years ago, so gonna have to go back a while. But I even on the screen shot thing, whatever, it has breadsticks on the cover and stuff, so you should be able to find it. But yeah, it's like this man literally tried, like he would do a crime, and then yeah, yeah. And it's so despicable with all of the things this man did. And all he tried to do was hurt me. So many of these men out here, they only want to hurt your feelings. They only want to see what's going to make you tick. They only want to frustrate you. They want you to always look over your shoulder. They want you to always check their cell phone. They want you to be their babysitter, their mommy, their secretary. They want for them to be your whole world. They want to be the only thing you care about. Some of these men are so upset when they cannot frustrate you anymore, because that's the only type of attention some of these men are able to get. They can't get that attention from positivity. They can't get that attention because of accomplishments they've made, because they haven't made any. And in this example, it seems like this man has his life together, but he, in my opinion, he probably doesn't have much personality. He has the average European looks or whatever, and he's got like a decent body, whatever. But even like listening to him talk, um, part of me, I'm like, yeah, after like he would be kind of like one of those F boys. He would probably be like kind of like a quick date, one night stand type of dude. He's cute for 10 minutes after he's done, like, but after that, you're just like, okay. There's not much more to him. And that's a lot of men out here. It's like, well, no, they're not even worth that. But, and because Lakaki was not worth that. Like, remember, he threatened he was going to eliminate himself from the earth if I didn't date him, if I wasn't with him, if I didn't go over to his house, if I didn't spend time with him, if I didn't say I care about him. Because the thing is, I never told that man I love him because I didn't. He tried to make me. And it's like that. I think that was one of the ways where I knew he wasn't going to do what he said he was going to do because he kept telling me that I had to. And Mr. Lakaki, because yeah, this I'm gonna need a part two because I've already said some of this stuff spread out, but he knew that I was unbothered because on his cell phone he took footage of himself cheating on me. He took footage of him cheating on me. He was literally in the action, inside the woman. In what I said, you know what I'm saying. You know what he was doing that, like, yeah. And the thing is, well, they were doing some other things that yet he probably wouldn't want me to tell you guys. I'm probably gonna leave that for Patreon. Some of the things that, yeah. And I'm probably going to unblock his now wife, baby mama, and because I'm gonna try, I'm thinking of putting a whole collection of the episodes where I talk about him, and I'm going to just copy and paste and then send them to her because I want her to know how, like, just dumb she sounded when she was. Oh well, he's probably too nice to respond to you. No, he doesn't want to respond to me because after I broke up with him, because I never wanted to be with him. I couldn't wait to break up with him. But once his grandmother died, I knew he wasn't going to, he can't threaten to eliminate himself anymore. I knew he couldn't do it anymore. He couldn't trick me like that. But he owed me money. And so he told me, you already know if you've been listening, that if I want my money back, I have to get back with him and sleep with him a certain amount of times. And if it wasn't to the quality that he wanted, I would have to do it again. And if I didn't make up my mind within 2 weeks, he was going to double the parameters. Yeah, if that's being nice, because that's why he stopped like answering my phone, because at first he kept calling me, and then I once I mentioned the money, but then while he was like blackmailing me to get back with me, he found his middle school sweetheart, and that's when he was like, oh, since I found her, I don't need that. I'm not going to pay her back anymore. It's like, because I'm not like, I only was going to give her money if she slept with me, if she paid attention to me, if she got back with me. But since I'm not going to get anything out of her, I'm not paying her back. But then he turned around and told her some foolery. Yeah. Yeah. So I just think it's funny how, like, a lot of these men, all they want is attention. But, and it's funny because Laka, he got that attention now. But he doesn't realize I was so happy that I didn't have to deal with him. I wanted my money, but once she threatened me, yeah, she threatened me in more ways than one, but I was just like, you know what? I'm going to make a way either way. Thank you for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handicapable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too.